Welcome to Align Trading, going over today's SPY recap and analysis. So like I've been explaining for the past couple of days, watch for this 20-day moving average retest. And today we got that retest as well as the rejection we were looking for. But before that, I will explain how we got to this point. So in the pre-market brief for Discord members, I explained to be watching for this inverse head and shoulder right here. As you can see in the morning, we tried to break back down below this 547 level, but instead we held it with this inverse head and shoulder. And from there, you can see we formed this blue and yellow controlled selling algorithm, which gave us this move up as well. I will come back and explain more about this in a minute, but first we need to go over the 1-minute chart and this first move up in the morning. So here off the open, we had some choppier price action. There was this first head and shoulder right here you could have taken within this yellow controlled selling, but from there we were able to hold that level I was mentioning right here, and you can see we formed this inverse head and shoulder off of it, as well as this cup and handle within this yellow, and this could have been a trade right there, and your entry from there. You see this continuation we are in with, once again, the yellow controlled selling on the way up here, and then we start to see this yellow and blue algorithm right here that we are looking for. There's another inverse head and shoulder right there for, once again, another move. Now, I was busy scalping this on the way up, and I was explaining right here that we were now within $1 of that 20-day moving average, and if we did see one more push up to it, I would hedge my calls, but we did not yet, and we started to form this larger controlled selling, and we were looking for either it to form this inverse head and shoulder right here and continue going, which we never got, or like I explained, you could have looked for this right here, and this could have been a trade right here. We close this inverse cup, but you can see there is no handle, and instead we start to get that bounce because we are within this controlled selling still with the yellow and the blue. I explain with this bounce right here, be looking for this inverse head and shoulder right here, as well as this cup starting to form. And you can see the controlled selling for these possible entries on the handle. Now, we never came back down to form that inverse cup like I was saying right here with this handle. There was never, once again, another move down. If we wanted to close this larger one and have a different direction for the day. Now, after this last push up right here, we started to get quite choppy ahead of FOMC and the interest rate decision. We were still within this controlled selling right here, and I explained if we wanted to see another move higher, be looking for it to hold this level right here. And let's see this right there, form this cup, and we can continue moving higher. We were never able to get back above this pink, and you can see how we started forming this inverse cup and handle right here within the white algorithms. It was trying to hold this level right here time and time again, but finally it cracked it right here with this handle, and you see how this could have been a head and shoulder entry to close this inverse cup right here. But once again, after we close this inverse cup, you can see how this handle, yes, we had one more breakdown, but from there, we got that reversal once again, like right here, for this inverse head and shoulder, because we are still within this controlled selling right here. It may not look like it on the 1 minute, but if you go over here to the 30, like I'm explaining here with the yellow and the blue algorithms, be careful and be watching for this move right here to that 20-day moving average. Now, I took a break during this time ahead of the meeting right here and waited for it to form, but I explained a couple of things to be watching for. As you can see right here, we got this 20-day retest, but first we had this inverse head and shoulder off of the blue and yellow controlled selling, and then from there we were able to see this 20-day moving average rejection, and we grab all this liquidity right here off of it like I explained. Now, there was one more thing I explained, and it was if we never retested that 20-day moving average, look for this inverse cup to start closing right here, and we needed to be below that 547 level right here, and then we could possibly grab all this liquidity and have this larger head and shoulders down. Now, once the meeting started with FOMC today, we can see how we were building this liquidity right here, as well as this cup. And you can see we closed this cup. You have the handle right here. There is an entry here. You have another entry right there as well. And from there, there is this move. Once again, we have more controlled selling with this handle, inverse head and shoulder, another cup, and we reach this target right here of the 20-day moving average. Now, after reaching that 20-day target right here and getting a move through it, I explained wait for some structure to form off of it, and we can either see this inverse head and shoulder once again, right? We tried, but we were still not able to break through it, and instead we formed this head and shoulder right off of this 20-day, and you can see how it grabbed it right there, and we formed this inverse cup. There's this handle. Once again, another entry on the way down with this head and shoulder, and then from there again, we closed this inverse cup right here and had once again another handle, which you could have taken if you caught this trade right here, but this was towards the very end of the day. I was done for the day right here at 2:30. I had to run somewhere, but I explained to be watching for that handle, but it is okay. Like I said, it was at the end of the day, and if you missed it, no worries. So it was a very action-packed day with plenty of trade opportunities. You could have even just taken the trades in the morning if you were a new trader and not even have worried about all of this. But if you understood what was going on here, easy trades up and very easy trades on the way down, you could have caught both sides, both for very, very nice moves. But now I will go over what to be watching for tomorrow and the rest of the week. So, like we were talking about with this 20-day moving average rejection right here, going into tomorrow, if we do hold back below this and we do form this head and shoulder, look for this inverse cup to close at this 547 level. And if we do want to dump, you know that we can do that right here with this larger head and shoulder. And once again, forming this inverse cup down to this gap right here. Now we are above the 5-day moving average. We were able to hold it right here, you can see. So if we regain this 20-day moving average, be paying attention to that. If we are in, once again, a larger controlled selling, and we have something like that to complete this cup right at this level, and from there can continue building that handle, right? We are above this inverse head and shoulder as well. You can see how we are trying to complete that cup right here. So just be paying attention to these moving averages if we are rejecting it or we are able to hold above that tomorrow. And like I'm saying, if for some reason we do head back down and grab this liquidity, watch for us to dump that 5-day moving average going into the end of the week. Now here on the daily, like I was mentioning earlier in the video, we were looking for this 20-day moving average retest. Now from here, we are back above this 5-day moving average. We closed this right here. So if we do start holding back above this 20-day, we can continue this uptrend once again, and our target will be this top Bollinger. But we can still reject this right here and continue back on this downtrend. We have all this liquidity right here if we do want to continue heading back down. Now, we still do have some tech earnings the rest of the week, which could be possible catalysts. Be paying attention to those. But that is going to wrap up the video. So thank you everyone for watching, and I will see members in the morning.